Did you know when it comes to casino cruise marketing offers, there are factors completely out of your control that determine what kind of offer you get and how good it is? What's up, guys? This is Brandon with Travel Plus One Life. Welcome to lesson 4, where we're going to talk about outside contributing variables that help a casino marketing department determine what kind of offers you deserve. And this one's a little bit subjective, and we don't have a exact roadmap for any casino cruise line about how much these factors weigh in on different things. But I've been on 21 sailings. The last 10 have been comped cruisings, and after a really terrible health battle, I'm now in a stable point and able to utilize casino comped cruises to travel the world. I went on 2 comp cruises last year to back to Greece and Italy, Croatia. Amazing trip. Early this year, amazing bucket list to Antarctica. 14-day Antarctica sailing that was a casino comp. And I've got a really amazing sailing coming up in a couple of months that I can't wait to tell you guys about. But this lesson is about attributes and variables that are outside your control. Now, we've talked about what are casino comps. You know, there's kind of defining what they are. What is RTP, or return to player? What is a Theo, theoretical loss, theoretical value? And now on this one, I want to talk about some other things, especially from my marketing background. I've been in marketing for nearly 24 years now. It's what my advanced degrees are in. So this is how companies in general operate, and casino cruise comps are no different. So I want to give you a few different things that could be affecting the type of offers you get that have nothing to do with what you do inside of their casinos, because I don't see a lot of people talking about this. But number one, and this one's very controversial, but luck. I want to keep coming back to this because this is a variable, a factor that not a lot of people like to account for or attribute or talk about, because they want to make it look like if you go and spend X dollars in the casino, you'll always get this. It's super easy. Put 50 bucks in the slot machine, you're going to walk out with a free cruise. It's simply, in 99% of the cases, not that, and it's not that simple. But luck is a factor that you can't account for. You can go in, put 75 cents in a machine bet, and you could win $10,000, which is one of the biggest allures, the biggest pulls of casinos in general for anybody. Or you could go in and put $10,000 in and leave with 75 cents. Luck and RTP, what we talked about, those things have so many determining factors. Someone can also sit and play a machine, for 6 hours straight and maybe win, a couple minor bonuses, while someone comes up right when they leave and they win the $10,000 bonus. It's not about fairness in a lot of these, in slots which have the higher RTP, or I'm sorry, the higher house edge, lower RTP. There's not much skill involved. There is something to be said about advantage slot play when you have money that we won't even talk about in these videos, because that's not average to the common person. But luck is something to always keep in the back of your mind. It will always factor into any of these situations. Another important thing is geography. Now, these casino marketing departments, and a lot of times once you get into this, you'll realize there's oftentimes separate from the actual cruise line. If you call the casino department, it's different from the general customer service department. And they're using different data sets and data points, just like any marketing company, to determine your value to them. So one of those things can be exactly where you live. Cruises go out of ports, and people can understand different hubs of geographies of where people are willing to travel from. If you think of a place like Florida with a port in, Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, I'm probably forgetting some, but if someone lives there versus someone who lives in Montana, the geography can factor in, and you can't help where you live, unfortunately. You can always move. A lot of travel creators will actually move to Florida eventually just to be able to take more of these types of cruises. But that's not what the point of this is. Just something to keep in your mind, that on the back end, in the marketing department, they're thinking about geography. They have profiles built out of how to bring their most profitable people back in. Geography can be one of those things. Luck can be one of those things. Another thing, and this can be controversial, is age. They know that different people at different ages have different spending allowances. Are you a baby boomer with, tons of wealth? Are you an older child of a baby boomer who may have recently inherited wealth? Have you made your own money? Are you 18 years old, 21 years old? Are you 40 years old, more settled in life, have, a couple decades of income under your belt? All of these things matter to them, and believe me, they're studying all of this data when they're building profiles of their most profitable consumers. And every tier, of loyalty and reward only has so many slots. There's only so many cruise cabins to give away, and especially within casino cruise inventory. So they want to make sure when they're rewarding people, they're rewarding the people with the most potential return to them long term. So it's just important to understand that could be something that, is also affecting you. Another thing is when they're building profiles off people based off their interests and their purchase behaviors. Now, they don't have access to all this data, but they have access to some of it. They can even analyze how you use your money on cruises you've taken on their lines in the past. Some cruise lines probably purchase data from, different groups on people, on groups of people. There's privacy issues too, but in general, when they're, again, creating marketing profiles to market to the right people, all of these things factor in. So it's something to keep in mind. And finally, something that's really important that you can affect is recency. So any business wants to interact with customers that are active and engaged with their business. So I highly recommend that when you get offers, you engage with the cruise lines. No matter what happened on your last cruise and you get an offer, especially if it's an email, open the email, click. If you have a casino profile online, open it. I would say even daily. Click through the cruises, see if they've changed anything, see if they've added any new cruises, subtracted, if the prices have changed. If you have a casino host at any point in your life, email them, talk to them, ask them questions, interact, build rapport, build relationships, because sometimes you can be on the cusp of a loyalty tier or a marketing offer. That relationship with that host can actually push you over, or just having a recognizable personality and relationship with, the casino customer service, your online profile where they've made notes on you. All of these things matter. So again, luck, geography, where you live, age, your psychographics, your interests in life, your purchase behaviors and patterns. And then finally, how long has it been since you've cruised with them, since you've interacted with them, since you spent money with them, since you've booked a new cruise with them? All of those things matter in terms of who they're going to keep sending the best offers to. So, and those are just some of them. There's a lot more. So if you have any questions or you think about anything else that you're wondering, could this be affecting me? Comment down below, question, and I'll answer for you as soon as I can. And just subscribe, and there's going to be a lot more videos coming out in this series. And thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys have an amazing night. And remember, life is short, so you might as well travel. Talk to you soon.